Warning! The following video contains scenes of extreme adrenaline-pumping action sequences with an extensive amount of violence, such as having a hot, naked hunk doing laundry in the middle of Sahara Desert, while a desert eagle flies to grab one of his panties and flies off. The hunk chases the eagle in his birthday suit in the middle of the desert, right across the golden sunset. Poor man. Since the 5.5.0 mid-chapter rolled out in January, BHVR added an additional function called the interaction behavior, which would help countless nerds like me to prevent our fingers and keyboards from getting osteoarthritis. It is a very effective function, since it allows me to attend to more important things in real life as my survivor continues to do gens, like watching cartoons. We start off with Feng blowing up the gen while David comes to the site to do some shuffling. He wants some attention because none of his homies and parents are giving him any. Jake joins in the fun. Feng and Steve remains rather focused and seems to be unbothered with what is happening around the world, even as Putin is temperamental about starting a World War III with nuclear. With economic sanctions inflating globally, nothing matters in the realm of entity any more than fixing a generator.
Dog goes woof, cat goes meow.
Steve goes boom, and Feng goes boom. Feng says, "Get good, noob. You learn how to deal with machines if you don't know how to deal with relationships." Oh, how the tables have turned. Steve says, "Yes, I know you're good at blowing, but you gotta stop blowing things up." Feng says, "Well, if you are really that good at fixing things, then why didn't you fix your relationship with Nancy?" "There you go again," Steve exclaimed. "Look who's talking now. Are you gonna start a TikTok video to rant about how much you hate to do it, Jen?" Feng ignores Steve like a little entitled princess by the name of Amber. And another explosion happens. This is nothing but an explosive chemistry between Feng and Steve. Feng said angrily, "Stop it, cunt." Steve says, "Is that how you would call your dad?" Feng says, "I call my dad by his middle name." Steve says, "His middle name is Cunt." Feng says, "Cuntingham." They continue to try and fix the generator, like how they are trying to fix their friendship, but life is always full of surprises. They throw a whole dozen bags of lemons right at your face whenever you try to fix a broken relationship. Like seriously, who would make so much lemonade? It's not like you're gonna set up a lemonade stand anyway, so what for? At this point, the generator has been blown back into a primitive state. A frustrated Feng then called David in to validate her against such madness. "Here, let me show you." David then tries to salvage this cursed gen, but apparently he realized that this gen has already been blown out of proportion, just like a budget plastic surgery that went hideously wrong. He then decided to give up and find something else to do, like perhaps trying to teabag the killer or taking a shower, or contemplating about his life choices about what to do with the amount of child slaves that he had bought using his bitcoins. Steve then continues to think about his life, reflecting about everything that his friend had once told him. Things like people asking him, "Hey, have you tried interviewing for that job?" Steve said, "I swear, if you're gonna make a pun with my name for Steve Jobs, I'm gonna blow your head off again." "What job?" And they laughed hysterically and said, "That's the job, the blow job." And then here Steve is, doing what his friend magically predicted. Doing the blow job, you know. The blow job. Not that blow job. Blowing up a generator's job. Or the job of blowing up a generator. What were you thinking? And since he had so much time, he also began to think about significant events happening around the world. Like what would have happened if he stood up for Robert when Erica Sinclair came to Scoops Ahoy to try and take advantage of the free sample ice cream from her. And what would have happened if he was there to stop Will Smith from delivering his Smith slap to Chris Rock. How this would change the entire course of the meme history. Gotta admit, we all think about that, don't we? Or was it just me? Okay, fine. Steve tries to reach out his hand deep inside the gen for the wire to pull it out, but he found an explosion to his face instead. Steve being such a strong man of focus, so much that even when the gates have been powered up by all the generator, Steve remains adamant to complete what he first started out. Meals and lunch are for the weak, defecation and urination are for the people who can't do shit. So legend has it that Steve is still working on this generator till this very day. Thank you for watching. Please consider a like or subscribe if you enjoyed the content in this video. More of such contents coming soon. Bye.